Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Nice to see you all again. Taz, good morning, buddy. Hope you are having a lovely Monday so far. Let me get an audio check, make sure I'm good to go. Looks like I'm good. All right. What a beautiful day. Markets are looking fantastic, and I'm excited. Today is going to be day number 1 for the challenge series, and I put a video out the other day explaining exactly what I'm going to be doing. And let me pull my chart up. And so basically what and I know, Taz, I know what's going on, but I'm going to explain to anybody else who wanders on the stream is I'm doing a challenge account with my Forex funds, $100,000 account, and I'm working through the phases to get funded. And along this process, I'm going to be showing my MT4 account, showing my trades, and giving tips and tricks on how I pass the challenges, how to get funded, how to get paid out, and just the whole process. Because I think this is important in Forex. I think it's one of the things that makes Forex stand out is not a lot of people have a lot of capital to trade. And it's a low barrier to entry, and it's a pretty good way to showcase your skills to get funded larger amounts of money to get a nice jump start in your Forex trading career. I know my audio probably isn't the best. FYI, I'm sure it's not. I'm using my AirPods. I'm trying to use my mobile setup right now. I'm going on a 2-week vacation to Key West, Florida, starting Wednesday of this week. So starting Friday. So I'm leaving Thursday. I'm starting Friday. So I will not be live streaming at the end of this week, but I will be live streaming from Key West starting next week, and I just wanted to get the hang of this mobile setup and my AirPods and everything. So the next 2 weeks might not have the best audio quality, but it should work for now. All right, let's take a look at pound yen on the daily. Let's start on the weekly, actually. Weekly chart. I already started. I'm not going to do too much analysis on the weekly and the daily because I put out that Sunday video explaining my thoughts on this higher time frame setup. Looking at the weekly chart, we have this nice rejection with the upside, rejecting that 168 level from April 18th. And so looking at the daily, we had this nice wick up, and as expected, I thought we'd have a little bit more of a retracement, but we had a wick up, and now we're heading back down to retest this breakout point of 164 and then potentially 163. Looking at the 4 hours pretty bearish. Friday broke below 167. Found some nice selling pressure, had some temporary relief into Asian sessions or Sunday open last night, and then we had a nice big sell-off. So right now, one thing, if I could give you one of the most important tips already on passing a challenge other than risk management, which we'll go over later as we start trading, the trend is your friend, and it's so overlooked. It's such an overlooked phrase, the trend is your friend, and you may think, oh, that's cliche, but trust me, it'll save you a lot of pain. So we're only looking for sells today, and the way I'm going to look for sells is, let's take a look at the 1 hour, and I'll show you. So where we're finding support right now is a pretty decent inflection area, right? 164. It's a whole number, a quarter point. And for those of you who don't know what the quarter point theory is, take a look at my video on Advanced Trading YouTube channel. I cover the quarter point theory. And actually, I want to create a new one. I want to update and create a new one for you guys, and I'm going to put it on the Advanced Trading Forex channel because it's Forex related. But basically, it's psychological bank levels. And so 164 quarter point theory level, quarter point level. Sorry. Has some nice resistance here, support here, so pretty decent level of rejection. And so we're seeing this last hourly candle follow this nice decent sell-off since pre-London this morning, and now we had this pretty decent sell-off here. The last hourly candle closed indecision, right? Not sure where we want to go. Close as a doji. Bottom wick, upper wick, close as a doji. It's a lot of indecision there. So it's telling you that we're finding some buyers at this 164 level, which is where you found some buyers before on June 6th. So pretty decent area. What I'd like to see here is the hourly in the next 18 minutes close bullish engulfing. I'd like to see it close above the 50% mark. And what I mean is this wick we just created right here, if it closes below 50% of the entire range, meaning from the bottom wick to top wick, so 50% of the entire range would be right here. So if the hourly closes below, let's say 164.270, we'll say, this is going to be a rejection wick. And then what you can expect is some more selling to come in, break the low of this hourly wick, and then continue on down. However, if we close above 164.270, we are now finding some support, and that would be a decent reversal pattern to then look for buys on the way up to 165. Keep in mind, though, as I said, look for buys. It may not mean that we're going to execute on buys. It just means that we're going to look for a potential pullback to then sell. And that's how I like to trade it. Depends how I'm feeling for the day. Sometimes if I'm feeling risky, I'll look for buys and I'll look for a move up. We'll see how I'm feeling. But overall, the ultimate move that I want to see is you come up, right, we close here, we come up and find some resistance at 165, retesting this breakdown right here. Then I'd like to see us find some support. Let me pull out my tool real quick. 1 second. One second, guys. Pulling out my tool. Annotate. Cool. So yeah, what I want to see is this candlestick to close something like this. First, then continue up. Find 165 in that next hourly. And then what I'd like to see is a wick to retest this breakdown point. And then I want to see a bearish close, and then we'll look for then sells. After this wicks up, we'll start looking for sells as it starts breaking this hourly low here, right? And then that's where we'll look for sells on the way back down. So this is kind of like the setup I'd like to see. Rebound, find support, wick, bearish candle, sell on the break of the low, on the way back down. So that's what I'd like to see next 15 minutes. So it may involve a lot of patience today. As far as if we're expecting to move back up here, it's not going to be for another hour because we're going to need the hourly candle to close and retest back up at 165, and then we'll hop down to 30-minute. And then we'll see, okay, it's going to be right here in this area right here is where I'm looking for that retest, 165. And then what I want to see is a 30-minute or 15-minute, a 30-minute bearish close against 165. And then I'll hop down to the 15-minute and look for an entry after we start finding some resistance here. I'll look for a bearish close. And then I'll look for continuation back down after it breaks this low in here. And that'll give us around 50 pip move, so plenty of range, huge range for us. What's going on, Doug? So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Hourly candle in the next 15 minutes is expected to close above the 50% range of this candle. So looking at the 15-minute, could be potentially nice longs coming up if you're looking to counter trend this move. What happened was you have this minor consolidation. You broke above it, just came back, found some support here. And so potentially it could be nice longs above this area right here, 164,500. And you have very clean traffic looking left up until 165. So potentially 40 pip move to the upside, big enough range. So I'd see, I don't see why it wouldn't be, I'd consider this counter trend long. It's clean enough for me. The only problem for me is it's Monday, and it's Monday. A lot of bearish momentum in the market, and I'm not sure how much push we can get from here. But I think we can get some. Look at the 4-hour chart. Last 4 hours extremely bearish, so you'd expect some type of rebound on this current 4-hour candlestick. Currently, this 4 hours coming in retesting this moving average, this 66 moving average, is also coming over to retest this bearish candlestick over here, back on June 6th. So I like the potentials for a bounce here. We'll see how this hourly closes. Like I mentioned, the hourly candle has to close above 164,270. For me to want to think that this is a nice wick fill continuation here, because that'll give us that nice reversal pattern, doji, bullish engulfing above this wick here, and then a continuation up. So I'm going to look for that. I'm going to in the next 11, 12 minutes, I'll look for entries long. I like the longs here, because basically what I look for is something like this. It'd be a nice 3-4 to 1 trade, clean traffic. But we'll see where we close. So leaving it at that for now. Take a look at gold. Gold had a nice move overnight. A little upset I missed it, but it didn't happen until around 11 p.m. my time, Eastern time. Basically, yeah. I mean, last night you had really nice sells below this area of support, clean traffic looking left, so wasn't up for that move. Would have been a very nice sell. However, looking at the overall move here, look at the 4 hour, we did find some resistance at this descending trend line that we've been finding back in the past. And now what you can look at is we had this very strong day yesterday, or I'm sorry, Friday, coming off of CPI print. Broke above this high, found some resistance. Now we're pulling back to retest this move here, which is what I mentioned on the Sunday video. And so, that would give us this 50% Fibonacci retracement, and then we should from here continue on up to with that move higher. Overall, I'm bullish on gold. We had some pretty heavy inflation news, and so right now, 30-minute looks nice. In the next 9 minutes, if we can get a close above these wicks, put the zone right here. If we can get a close above this zone, these wicks in here, we could get a nice squeeze back up, clean traffic looking left, and that'll give us, our range is around 50 pips, 60 pips, depending on where we're looking to go. So, yeah, gold has a nice potential as well in the next 10 minutes. So, a lot of good moves setting up for this 7 a.m. session here. GA, I was looking at GA. GA had a pretty clean level as well. It's in this range here. Upper end of the range is 175, 370. Bottom end is 174, 440. And so, looking at this breakout here, very clean traffic looking left. So break above this area could give you a potential 50 pips to the upside as well. So, excuse me, a lot of ranges, a lot of good ranges for the pairs today. Question on GA. Shoot. Go for it. One moment, Taz. Sorry, I messed up my charts here. All right. Real quick on GJ, if we start if this hourly candle does close with this exhaustion wick here, and we start breaking these lows, I'll look for sells down to 163, 680, and that'll give us around 30 pips, which is not bad. 3 to 1, around 3 to 1. As bullish movement makes sense since AUD banks are off. I guess you mean banks are off because it's not their session. Is bullish moves make sense? Potentially. You got to think overall as far as it could make sense, but it doesn't just mean it makes sense because AUD is off. Think about the pound. What's the pound? What is the thesis behind the pound move, right? And so if you look at the pound index, I would look at the pound index because it compares, it shows the strength of the overall currency, and where's the potential movement. And if you look at it, it's actually finding some pretty decent support here, finding some support, giving us this bullish candle. So we could have a nice move back up in the pound, and that kind of goes with my thesis on potential pound yen longs and pound AUD longs. So although yes, it's going to be easier, Taz, for it to move bullish because AUD is off, so it's just relying on pound volume. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will move bullish, though. You have to keep in mind, is the pound strong right now, or is it weak and it's just going to chop around in this zone today? If we do break above this area, then it definitely has potential to continue up because AUD is off, and then that will show just pound momentum. 5 minutes left in the hourly close. A lot can happen in 5 minutes, so not going to jump to any conclusions. We'll reanalyze and see what's going on after the 7 a.m. comes in. All right, here is I know it's all cropped and stuff, but here's the account that I will be trading with you guys on this challenge series. I have to move it over. As you can see, bounce. Is that 100,000? And yeah, starting fresh. Let's see. I'm gonna along this process, show my MT4 as well. Yep, thanks. Yeah, no problem, Tess. We'll show my MT4 as well. Kind of, you know, show the transparency along the funded account process. If 1 hour bullish engulfing close, would you expect a wick fill long for a GJ? I assume you mean yes. Yes and no. My problem is if this hourly closes below 164, 270, I put that level there because I assume you weren't on the stream yet. That is the 50% mark of this range from the top of the wick to the bottom of the wick of this current candle. And typically, if it closes below the 50% mark of this candle's range, then that's just an exhaustion and a rejection wick, and we're going to continue on down. That's why I wanted to see a close above this area right here first, because then I'd like, yeah, we should definitely get this wick fill long and then continue up. But now that we're potentially closing with this big rejection here, if we break the low here of the hourly, this could have just been a rejection, a pullback, a breather before we continue our momentum down or selling down. So that's the way I look at it, and that's the way I was taught as well. So that's the way I'm going to play it. But yeah, theoretically, your thought process is correct. Gold closing nice on the 30-minute. Could have a nice squeeze out of here. Not sure I want to trade gold yet, though. I kind of want to wait for that 8 o'clock volume, because I don't like to sit in gold. I don't like to sit in gold where it grinds its way in a direction. I like to get in gold for literally a 5-minute 2-to-1 play, 3-to-1 play, because gold can be nasty, and I like to just ride the 8 o'clock, 8:20 volume. So I might actually wait for gold. What I might do is wait to see if we close above here, head up here in the 8 o'clock, find some resistance, maybe short it back down. We'll see. We'll see where it's at, but I'm probably going to wait till 8 o'clock for gold. Because it's just RSI flat. There's no volume in it, and it can just be dirty with no volume. And the stop loss for the sell has to be at or above 164, 450. Correct. Well, yeah. I mean, theoretically, that's the level of resistance. So I'm not putting it above. Yes. If you're looking for the correct stop, Taz, yes. But what I want to do is pay attention to the 30-minute. I'm going to wait for a wick up. And then it starts breaking that low, I'll place my stop above that wick. Because I'm not looking for, I'm going to be, not scalping this, but it's going to be a quick move. So I'm not looking for a 50 pip stop loss. I agree with your thought that is the correct stop, but in this situation, that's too big of a stop, and then I wouldn't end up trading it because I don't want to have a 50 pip stop. So the way I'm going to look for it is I'm going to look for a wick up, stop above that wick. As it starts breaking the low here, I'll sell. Look for move back down to 163, 670 area. That's the way I want to play it. So it'll potentially be around the 20 pip stop. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really. I mean, the range is only 30 pips, so I'm not going to do more than a 15 pip stop. I want to manage this one. We'll see. I'm hoping to ride some momentum with this sell. I mean, it's been very bearish, and every time you see this big drop, consolidation, big drop, consolidation, and then we might be in store for another nice drop. So hourly close, obviously big rejection wick. So I'm going to look for sells. Not looking for buys, only looking for sells. Pound AUD, still nothing. Gold, close above. Nice close, but I'm going to wait till 8 o'clock for gold. So only trading pound yen right now. Whoops. Pound yen. Properties. Scale 6. Oh. I don't like to sell it in the first like 30 seconds or first minute of the hourly candle, but there is a lot of selling momentum in it. So if I took a sell now, stop to be above the wick, that'd be a 14 pip stop. Not sure I want to sell into this whole 164 number. Reason being, if you look left, we've seen it try to dip below it before right here, and then it rejected, closed back above in reverse. So I'm going to wait. I'm not liking to sell right this second. It's only a minute into the new hourly candle. It's at this really interesting point. 163.905 wick. Yeah, exactly. Right, Doug. Yeah, this one right here. I'm not liking that because we've had the same issue here where we dipped below it, rejected, and then pushed higher. So we'll see what happens here. I'm not selling it right now. Wait for the 5-minute close. I don't know. Not really. We'll see. I might end up waiting still. I'm not really a huge fan of this right now. After looking at this rejection, looking left. I mean, we have clean. If you look at this wick here, we have very clean traffic down to 163.500 area, which from that wick is 43 pips. So I want to wait. I'm going to wait for this 15 minutes to close. As you can already see, it's starting to get some rejection and it's getting a little heavy here. 8 a.m. volume, patience on Mondays, baby. You're right, yeah, absolutely. Patience on Mondays is huge. And if you don't feel comfortable on a trade, especially on a Monday, then just wait for a better setup. Because when I see this here, when I see this, plus we're already down 150 pips on the day, which is pretty heavy. I'm not a huge fan of the moves looking for another like 50 pips, making it 200 pips for the day. It can happen, absolutely can happen, but I'm not comfortable with it. What I'd rather see is a move back up and short off of here and then push down. So not taking these sells. Going to be patient. Although I do like the 4 hour. 4 hours was looking nice. Had this wick up, broke its open, broke the last 4 hour low, and now we're heading down. But we are again running into this wick issue right here. This is a big area of rejection. Even looking left in May, big area of rejection. Even looking back in April, right? So not looking to take an entry into this level here. So I'm going to wait. Definitely going to wait for a move outside of this area here. So anywhere from, I'm going to say this whole zone right here, not trading this zone in here. Yeah. It's already struggling, you can tell. So take a look at gold, see what gold's doing. Yeah. See, gold is not doing much either. Definitely waiting until 8 a.m. Closer to 8 a.m. for moves. Doesn't seem like there's much volume right now. Things are chopping around gold, chopping around pre-New York, GJ. chopping around pre-New York, New York. So things are, we've had a lot of moves overnight, a lot of moves in Asian session, a lot of moves in London session, and now this is where we're going to get that pre-New York, New York consolidation. Before then, as we get New York nicely open, we get that then either continuation or reversal. So definitely going to have to practice some patience today. On another note, while we wait for things to play out, Bitcoin is at 23,999. Bitcoin's done. I'm telling you, I mean, it's done temporarily. Look, I still believe in the long-term value of Bitcoin, and I still think it has a place for itself in the industry in the future. It's just not now. And you get crypto waves, and right now we're going to be in this bearish crypto wave, and we're going to turn into a bear market. Bitcoin probably going to come, its first area I'm definitely watching is 21,000. 21,000, you won't cop a whole Bitcoin on the stream. If I do, I'm going to be copping a sell on the Bitcoin. That's funny. 21,000 is what they're calling the margin call from hell. MicroStrategy is the largest holder of Bitcoin, owns $4 billion worth, and they're running into a margin call if they hit 21,000 off of a backed Bitcoin hold that they have. And so if they hit that, they're going to have to sell a bunch of Bitcoin. It's going to drive it down even more. So 21,000 is the first area I'm watching. Once we break 21,000, which is very likely, once we hit the margin call, then look, if we don't hold 20,000, which was this 2017 high, this 2020 high, if we break below here, we're heading down to like 15,000. So first stop 21,000, second stop 19,000, and then third stop 14,000. So could be getting a lot of discounts and a lot of clearance sales going on in crypto soon. You can also see this go head and shoulders that we had just retested the head and shoulders right here, and now we're failing. So potentially, yeah, I mean, to fulfill that head and shoulders, we're going to be running into that margin call, 21,000 area. So definitely think we have room down to 21,000, then potentially more. We'll have to see. Ethereum was kind of our leading indicator on that one. It was cracking before Bitcoin was. Ethereum has a lot more room. I'd tell you, Ethereum though could be a potential nice dip buy in the future, because I think Ethereum has some good fundamentals behind it with the NFT space, cornered that whole market. Tapping into these wicks here. I'm put it at this exact wick here. 163. What is that low? The exact low is 905. You got it. Let's put 905. So that was that wick over here as well. So pretty clean price action below that wick. But it's only 20 pips. That's not enough range. So I'm not interested where it's at. Bum 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 bum. Hey, hey, hey. Gold failed to break out from here. Oil consolidating. Let's take a look at oil. See what oil's doing. Look at the daily chart. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly chart last week had this nice indecision candle at this 121 level. Pretty strong level from back in 2008. And now, we had the indecision candle, and now what we're doing in this current weekly just started dropping straight down, no upper wick. Daily, had a moment. So we're in this in this area of like indecision, right? As you can see, last week was a doji, and we're just kind of chopping around in this whole area here, not really sure where we want to go. 4 hours finding some decent support, not only at this moving average, but also in this area here where we had dip buyers before. So could be nice potential longs off of here, especially because the weekly and daily dropped with no upper wick right here. Finding support, and then we could start rallying up from here. Tough. I mean, the levels I'd be watching are 119, 380, 118, 100 area, 118 even. We have pretty clean price action. Break out the high of this. $106 pips to the upside. Yeah. And then to the downside, looking at there's nothing too clean there. Downside would be about 80 pips. Not really looking to trade oil today. No movement. Wasn't even any movement in New York or I'm sorry, London or Asian session. Oil's kind of stalled. I'm gonna have to see how today closes for me then to get involved with oil again. Not in a good area that I like. Take a look at the market. What's Dow doing? Holy. Yeah, man. Weak. Wow. Yeah, man. Ever since we broke out of this consolidation in here, it's just been nothing but a free fall. We started that drop into the close of Thursday, heading into the CPI print Friday, and then we've just been selling off ever since. We're sitting at this very strong area of support right now, so it could get some temporary relief, some temporary pullback where we're sitting now. Filipina trader, I'm going to take a wild guess and assume Filipina trader is going to be the one and only Tamala. And if it's not, well, got another Filipino friend. Yeah, so another reason why I'm looking at the Dow is confluence for pound yen. But you can obviously see we're sloping down. I mean, it's just in this straight bearish trend here. So potentially more downside to it as we find support at this trend line, but we could find some temporary relief, a little bit of bounce off this down move here. Dollar is very strong today. Has been super strong since this breakout Thursday, and that was off the ECB news. ECB was an absolute mess Thursday, an absolute mess. And so ever since CPI, we've just been shooting out of here. And there's probably going to be more upside to it. The next area I'm looking for to hit is 106.79, which was, if you go all the way back, I don't know why these are here. You have to go all the way back to 2002 to find this level. And that was this area of support and resistance here back in 2002, 2002. So dollar, probably more upside to it. We also have a new guest. and she's from Germany. Awesome. Not really. I don't want to ruin the pronunciation of that name. But yeah, good to see you good to see you in here. Let's see. Beer tea. Main origin is Danish, Irish. Well, very nice to have you in the stream. If you're a friend of Taz, I'm sure you're a lovely, lovely lady. Pound yen.
You say it Birta.
Birta. Birta.
You say it Birta.
Birta. Birta. Very nice. Very nice. I like that name. Very nice name. Birta. It's fun to say. I gotta say, it is fun to say. I like these longs of pound yen, by the way. I'm not gonna. Oh man, I'm gonna wait. Obviously, gonna wait. But these longs are looking nice. If we can get some support here, a bullish engulfing off this drop here, could get a nice squeeze back up to highs. 30 pip range. However, it's gonna wait till we break these highs for another 50 pip range. So we'll see. Gonna wait for this 15 minutes to close in the next 13 minutes. So patience, patience, patience. But I'm liking the longs more than the sells, although it's tough to want to take a long here because we're so bearish on the higher time frame. It would be a risky sell, but we'll play it by ear. We'll wait. Birta. 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 Yeah, gold just rejecting that level. No fundamental news today. Do keep in mind though, the yen, we could have some strong moves off the yen soon. So the yen, number one, broke the 135 figure, which could signal some intervention on the Bank of Japan. Two, the yields broke the Bank of Japan's upper limit, trying to keep it at a quarter percent. So the Bank of Japan might have to intervene soon, which could cause some crazy moves in pound yen and USD JPY. USD JPY just broke 135, which is a nasty level for it that they've been keeping an eye on, and it's now in 1998 trading territory. So definitely keep an eye on potential Bank of Japan interventions, which could cause pound yen spiraling, USD JPY spiraling, and that's really what this. I mean, it's been a while that we've been in this bullish momentum because of USD JPY or the yen ever since March of 2022. So this beginning of this move here, pull back, and then this move as well. So could get some spiraling out of control if the Bank of Japan intervenes with their rates, with their currency. Alrighty. This week, Tuesday, we have PPI. Don't really care about that. Wednesday, we have the FOMC. We have the dot plot. We have federal funds rate. So we're projected to raise 50 basis points. I think it was Barclays came out and said they're expecting 75 basis point hike, which would be insane. Core retail sales, big day Wednesday. Be careful trading Wednesday. Thursday, Wednesday you probably won't get much movement because it's going to be waiting for the Fed to be over. So Wednesday might be a really shitty trading day. Might want to trade London. Thursday going to be crazy after 7 a.m. Bank of England, or I guess the pound is raising their interest rates by a quarter basis point. Which will give us some nice support. And then Friday's pretty light. But you do have a Bank of Japan press conference, which could indicate some type of intervention. We'll see where we're at by then. But end of the week's going to be pretty crazy. I travel. I'm leaving at 3 a.m. Thursday for Key West. So I'm not going to be live streaming Thursday. Friday, I might live stream. I might. I'll decide and let you guys know in Discord. I'll let you know in Discord Thursday night. Taz, I don't know if Berta, let me pull that back up. I want to get this name right and make sure I
You said Berta.
Yeah, Berta. I don't know if she has Discord or not, but feel free to give her the link so she can access it and follow our group if she is interested in Forex. Because that's where Berta, that's where I communicate with the group on Discord. Cool. Pound yen, just hanging out. Breaking that low, but not enough range. I mean, it'd be a 20 pip stop for a 15 pip gain. So, waiting here. Waiting. I might end up missing this entire down move, which is okay because this down move was around 160. But if you count the wick from peak to trough, we're at 220, 250 move point. But keep an eye on where it's entering. It's entering a big area of rejection. Looking at the daily, ton of wicks, wick here, a lot of wicks, right? So we could potentially find some rejection in this area here that we're now entering. So may end up missing these sells here. However, if we eventually get a move back up to find resistance, I'll look for sells. However, I'm not going to be shy if we get a bullish engulfing on the hourly to look for a move back up. So. But it definitely won't be till 8 a.m. Maybe closer to 8:39. Things look like they're not really setting up for anything right now. Gold finding some nice support on that breakout level. You look at the 30-minute close bullish. Let me move this zone. Close bullish above all of these wicks, and now we're getting a retest of that area to potentially break these highs and move back up. So gold can have potentially nice longs into 8 a.m. So look at the 4 hour for gold. What's 4 hour looking like? Yeah, I like that. Four-hour closes at 9. Hey, no worries. Good to see you in the chat. I'm excited. I love having new people with Forex. It's fun. I enjoy it. I'm excited for you. Good to see you here. So overall structure, Watching, waiting. All right. Plot out this 65 here. Yeah, and this 500 is going to be interesting as well. Tan Yen's entering a contention area right now. Area of contention. This is where we found some resistance before we then eventually broke out of it. So it's going to be an interesting area to watch. 4 hours extremely bearish. A lot of momentum in the 4 hour. I would be okay. I would be okay if I didn't trade today. The big move happened over London session, and I don't want to chase it. I have a problem chasing it when it's already down 230 pips. So if I'm looking for sells, I'd have to see some type of retracement resistance, then I'll look for a sell. I'm not trying to chase it down here. It's like a rubber band, right? The farther you stretch it, the tighter it gets, then it snaps back, right? So it's getting stretched pretty far here, even from a continuation Friday, getting stretched pretty far here. So at some point you'll get that snapback. See if there's any other decent moves coming up across the market. USD CAD coming into an interesting area soon. Put that on my watch list. June USD. I caught these nice sells. I sold it right in here on this retest. Sold it here. I ended up getting out, I think it was Friday. Somewhere, I think after we were right here, we were retesting this area. Got out Friday. Continued down nicely, but that was a really nice move. Ended up catching around 100 pips, but nothing yet on that one. AUD USD. Nothing yet. A lot of longer term swing plays still setting up. Pound dollar. Finding some support here. Potentially finding some support here. Yeah. Not many swing plays looking too good yet. All right, on the end, finding some potential support at that area of contention. Back on June 3rd and 4th, it's where this big area was that we had a lot of resistance and then shot up from last time. So 163,700. Gonna be a heavy area. This whole area in here is gonna be pretty heavy for it. So this is where you might find that rebound. We'll see. Beards, if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Kind of in that the transition period right now where they're just waiting for a setup to play out. So if anybody has any questions or want to go over anything, now's your time. What I'd like to see is some divergence to be formed. So what would be ideal is if we get this bullish engulfing back above 164. I might even, I'm gonna be stopping the speed. That's moving too fast. I want to take an entry here. I took the same thing last time, anticipating this divergence play, and it worked out really well. But I already missed this anticipatory trade. It would have been here. Yeah, I already missed this trade. Not yet. I mean, I missed the early entry. What I'd like to see is a divergence being formed on the 15 or 30 minute. So we get a close back above 164, and that'll give us this nice divergence play on the 15 minute, as well as 30 minute, and then we can get a nice continuation up, back up towards 165. So that's what I'm going to look for. I am going to look for that, most definitely. Tempted to take a long. Stop would be below the low, about 20 pips. Get a nice 3-to-1 out of it. Potentially even like a 5-to-1. Risky play. Very risky play, but I've seen this happen a lot. Huh. Just gonna wait. $40 pips. This might end up being a 30-minute divergence play, considering the 15-minute closes in 5 minutes. We need the next 5 minutes to close back above 164. So most likely going to be a nice 30-minute divergence play. Could be a nice move. Give it a go, Taz. Give it a go. I don't know if pictures will work, but try to copy that link again. You know, where after the X. See if that works. It would end up being, there it is, this part of the URL. So hopefully it works. It works in every other stream I've seen. Not sure what I have to do to fix that, but give it a go. If it doesn't work, Taz, for now, just post it in Discord and I'll pull it up. under the chart analysis section if it doesn't work on YouTube. Not sure if we sent it as in YouTube if you did, it's not working again. So in that case, post it in the chart analysis section of Discord and I'll pull it up. But pound yen looking nice for that divergence play. If I can get an early entry on this. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a 30-minute play. We'll see. Properties, scale fix. Hmm. Hmm. Oh man, test. Okay, my headphones, where are they at? Might only make it to 8 o'clock. My headphones are about to die, I think. If not, I can switch my heads to my webcam, but we should be good for now. Alrighty. Give me 1 second, Taz. I'll look at your thing in 1 second. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let me pull up this chart. Alright, Taz. Let's take a look at Taz's chart. Is it? Let me make sure it's not. Okay, cool. Yeah. So the bearish candle of GA was a good chance off the 15-minute. Yeah. Yes. Let me look at that. 15-minute. Stop would have been 12. Yeah, it would have been a good chance. The only issue is you're running into some issues right here and that's only a 14 pip move. Not clean enough for me to want to try to fight through this. So considering it was a 13 pip stop for a 13 pip move, not good enough for me. But I do like the setup. The only issue is even on the higher time frames, there's just a lot of issues here. A lot of issues. So would have been tough for me to want to take a sell there. I did see that though. That was a nice play. I am going to take a stab long here. I'm take a stab long and going to see if I can front run this divergence play. Risky move, but I've seen it before. I've seen it happen before, and so I'm going to take it. Entry was 163.826. Stop loss is going to be around the lows. Take profit will be around the 250 quarter point. So yeah, that's been my play. Here's my thesis behind this move. Looking at the 30-minute self to close, but we are potentially having, here's the low of this move. The low of this move is on the right here, obviously. Let me move this over right here. Low of this move, obviously, is right here. Higher lows on RSI, lower lows on the price action, potentially closing bullish on the 30-minute. 15-minute shows the same thing. Low, low, woo. Low, 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 right? Higher low, lower low. Divergence on the 15-minute. Close bullish on the 15-minute, confirming it. 5-minute. We had a nice move off the low here. Retest. And so now I'm trying to see if we can get a nice squeeze back up into the 8 o'clock close as we're retesting the 38.2 right now. I want to see if I can front run this squeeze up into the 8 a.m. The 8 a.m. close. And then into that, if we don't get a rejection look on the 15-minute here, and we close pretty bearish, I might cut it. We'll see. But trying to front run this divergence play. I expect us to find some support here. Alrighty. Let's see what's going on across the market. Gold rejected that breakout. Still consolidating. Really no surprise there. Oil not moving. Dollar still strong. US 30. I'm trying to find some support here, but weak. Pound AUD still stuck in this consolidation range. Pound USD weak. Everything seems to be weak across the board. Look at all the whoa, what happened there? That's weird. You look at all the cryptocurrencies, weak. All the currency pairs I watch, almost all of them, weak. All the commodities, weak. All the futures, weak. You know, indices. It's just, everything is just red across the board. It's ugly out there today. Got 2 minutes till the close. See what happens the next 3 minutes. Getting some weak price action here, but it's very like weak. The price action we're running into is just seems we leaning short on gold, waiting for a clean close below that inverted flag. Where am I right now? Yeah, shorts are really nice on gold. Very clean price action looking left. No, I agree. Shorts look very nice. Kind of expect the same price action as he did pre-London. Inverted flag, move down. Inverted flag, move down. I agree. I might hop in on those shorts with you. All right, hourly closed. Definitely liking these gold shorts as well. Into 8 a.m., 820 volume. See what we get. So here's how I'm going to trade gold. If gold breaks below this 1854 area, I'll look for shorts. If it breaks above this 1858 area, I'll look for longs. So we shall see. I have a feeling into 8 a.m. we're going to get a lot of profit taking, some type of relief and rally. I mean, we've had some extreme bearish action the last couple of days all across the board in currencies, in gold. I guess just yesterday in gold. Got this retracement. Let me see real quick where we're at. Since it's a 50% retracement. I think we have a little bit more downside to go in gold. If we do, maybe 18. I don't know. I want to see a hold 1850. Honestly, 1850 is a key level, and if we're going to remain bullish, which I'm overall bullish on gold, then it should remain above 1850. I feel like pound yen should have some type of rally as well. I mean, it's just into 8 a.m. Move this real quick. Running into a lot of issues before in this area. A lot of selling the last 2 days. 8 a.m. I feel like we should have some type of rally back up. We'll see. Just watching gold right now, putting pound yen on the back burner. I prefer gold longs. I believe more in the gold longs right now than anything else, but we'll see. Especially because it broke this high here, and we're now coming back down to retest this move. Gave us this 50% retracement before we head back up. This is what I'd like to see. So we'll see how it plays out. Waiting for gold to do something here. I still think we'll have a nice squeeze in pound yen. Just not sure when. I know we'll have one today. Just don't know when. Like I said. So I gotta be now. I mean, I'm holding on to it for now, giving it a little bit of breathing room. See. I think it looks like something like this. Let's see. Looks something like this. Gold. Buys up here. Looks for me back up into this area of contention right here. Giving me a nice 2.5 to 1. And then looking for the sells. It's going to be a quick 2 to 1. Looking for an area into this area of contention as well. Just give this that move right there. So either way, 2 to 1, 2.5 to 1. Quick move on gold. So we'll see what happens. For the 5 minute. Whoops. I mean, pound yen, it's really finding some. The last hour has been very weak. Trying to push it down, they can't push it. They can't push it down anywhere. Trying to find some type of support in here. I may have been a little early, but I still think that this will work out well. So. Should work out well. If we get a 5 minute close above 163, 650, then I think we're going to be good for a nice squeeze out. Bow. Gold shorts. It's A20 yet. A20 volume is when it kicks in really. That's when the open cry is. Just took it long on GJ. Nice, nice. Should be good. I was obviously a little early, but I think that long on GJ is going to work out well. I think we'll get a nice squeeze. 5 minutes basing here. And yeah, should get a nice squeeze with the 8 a.m. volume here. Some profit taking. Test, making sure my audio still works here. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, should get a nice move. I'm gonna look for. I think one of my headphones just died. The other one I think is still alive. Let me know if you can still hear me in the chat. Let me know if you can still hear me. One of my headphones I think just died. I think the other one's good, but we're gonna wrap it up soon anyway. Yeah. Looking for a nice move in here. Expect a retest of at least 164, 375. Probably get a nice farther move back up, but not looking for a huge move on a counter trend on a Monday. Loud and clear. Awesome. Thanks. I didn't charge my headphones this morning, so I ended up with dead headphones to start. That's why I had to charge them before we started. So I'm going to fix that moving forward, but for now, I'm glad they pulled through today. Yeah, so 5 minutes spacing, nice. Get a close in about 20 seconds. Close above this 163, 660 area. Should get a nice continued squeeze back up. My take profit is going to be somewhere around here. Yeah. Somewhere up the upper end here at this resistance area. I have a 164, 400. Let's see gold. Gold's struggling. 30-minute. I mean, we got a lot of support, a lot of rejection, a lot of wicks in here. I'm going to leave you with a couple thoughts. Pound the yen. Another good buy. Taz, good long on GJ. You had the better entry, better patience. However, I think we're finding some support here. I think we're ready to give this divergence play a run back up to 164, 500 area. I was a little early on it, but it is basing in here nicely. Stop would obviously be, it's finding support at that 500 area. So my stop, I'm giving it some breathing room, somewhere below 500. You have a better entry, so you can give it a little more breathing room. But had a nice bullish close in the 15-minute. Trying to find some support in here. I'd like to see the 30-minute get a bullish engulfing. In the next 13 minutes, you're going to get a little bit of a 15-minute retest because it's the first minute and the 15-minute, but should start flipping bullish, closing up around 750, 30-minute bullish engulfing, and then that'll give us a nice confirmation on that divergence play back up to 500. So should get some nice spacing on GJ here. Gold. I'd wait for the 30 minutes to close. 30 minutes kind of rough. Keep in mind the 4 minutes. You might not want to wait for the 30 minutes to close because 820 open outcry. That's when the market's going to move pretty heavy. So if you see some direction and some movement in gold ahead of 820, it's tough right now because you're in this consolidation zone. However, 820, wherever that volume takes you, is most likely where it's going to head. So you can get a nice scalp below 1853 down to 1850 area, 30 pips. Or you can get a nice scalp if it breaks this long from 1858 up to 1864. Nice 60 pips. So that's really it. You can tell these balances on GJ are getting like weaker and weaker. It's just big drop, big smaller drop, smaller drop. So it's like, I think it's getting ready to squeeze soon. So holding on for that. But might just chill with pound yen today. Gold shorts look nice, fam. Gold gold shorts look decent, but it's tough because we're obviously rejecting this area. So not a really good area to trade gold. If you can get a nice confirmation or a nice sweep below this area, 1853 area, 820 could drive it down. You're probably going to see a nice drive down by 820. We're seeing this momentum into 820, so wouldn't be a bad short for a move back down to 1850. Nice 30 pip move into the 820 volume, and you'll get that in like 2 minutes probably with the 820 volume. Otherwise, longs are far away. Longs wouldn't be up until here, so not really looking at longs right now. But yeah. Pound yen still basing. Gold pulling back a little bit. So yeah, shorts on that look nice. I'd be short right now into the 820 volume, but I'm not going to because I'm already leveraged into pound yen. So good luck on the shorts for gold, fam. Should work out nice for you. And pound yen, well, see if it holds on. I'm going to leave you at that. Going to hop off a little early today. Nothing else. Pound yen's my last trade today. Doesn't seem like there's. I like pound yen rebounds. Just going to have to be patient through this chop here because it's counter trend. But I'll see you guys tomorrow at around 6:30 in the morning Eastern time. Good luck with the rest of your trading day. Looks like plays might be setting up a little later today. Obviously, New York session had some chop and consolidation today. But yeah, look at that gold. 1 minute. Sorry, I said 2 minutes. 1 minute. You had this 1853, 1 minute drop down to 1850. Nice 1 minute, 30 pip move down for that 820 volume. And you're going to get that continuation. So good luck on that. I hope you caught that, fam. And I will see you all tomorrow morning. And I will see you on the Rant podcast at 1 o'clock, where I'll be talking about my trades and what happens. Have a good rest of your day. And see you later.